Castle. Look, 27 points off 21 San Antonio turnovers for OKC. So what does San Antonio need to take and really take better care of in Game 3, Chris?
Listen, but first I want to say this. Stephon Castle, I applaud you, brother. Like, he's taking accountability. He understands the situation he's put himself in, where San Antonio without Fox and Dylan Harper was forced to leave the game as well. So he was pretty much the only primary ball handler out there. He's not a point guard. He's playing this role because he has to. And you know, we're going to get on him about the turnovers. Yes, he has 20 turnovers in the last 2 games, 19 assists in the last 2 games as well. So I want to applaud him. But with that being said, I think overall, this team, I still like the focus that they have. Look at how right when they lost the game. I don't know if we saw, there was cameras showing Wemby high-fiving his teammates before they went to the locker room. High-fiving all of his guys. And then when they're going through the corridors to get to the locker room, he's clapping. We saw a video of that. He's clapping. He knows they got Game 1. Yeah. They came and did what they had to do. And they almost had this game without De'Aaron Fox and without Dylan Harper for most of the game and committing 27 turnovers. This game, if you look at the stats, everything across the board was pretty equal except for one. That's turnovers. 21 turnovers that led to 27 points for the OKC Thunder. You know how many turnovers OKC had? 10. That was the story right there.
Yeah, Robin, including tonight, teams are 4-13 this postseason when having 20 or more turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad Chris brought it up because San Antonio won nearly every other statistical battle. They won or they tied, with the exception of the turnovers. Yeah. But it's hard to overcome such a ginormous amount. Right. I also, this is what I expect. I expected Oklahoma City to win, the Thunder to win. Because without De'Aaron Fox, they knew they were going to have to make some tweaks. Yep. They slide Hart over to guard Wemby. He was able to use his physicality to frustrate Wemby. And without Fox, and as you said, Harper going out, San Antonio, I'm getting ahead of myself. San Antonio did not have a true distributor out there. And with those adjustments...
You know what? Let's go to a certain place, Rob. SGA... After the game, sideline reporter asked him after the game, what did Isaiah do so well that had such a positive impact in guarding and defending Wemby? SGA's response was,
great.
Yeah, what did he say?
He said, not great.
Not great. Yeah. Not great. And I was thrown off a little bit by it.
And Zara pushed back, too. She's like, explain that to me.
Zora, thank you, Zora. Yeah, explain that to me. He was like, he didn't want to come out and say, he did well. Why do you think that? We started debating and deliberating. Why do you think that was the case? Why do you think SGA didn't want to harp praise on his teammate for the way he defended Wemby tonight?
Motivation. He didn't want to give Wemby any extra motivation, I don't think.
Bulletin board material.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Wemby is a guy, he is petty. Wemby is petty. He takes anything for a slight. And, he gets motivated and fueled by that. I think that's why SGA answered it like that. And also knowing that they're going to San Antonio for Game 3 and 4. So you don't want to give bulletin board material. Oh, and because women would be thinking like this, oh, you think Isaiah can really stop me?
Right.
Oh, let's see.
Because we already know Wemby's definitely thinking that. Isaiah was out there physical. We saw that Wemby was gesticulating to the refs. He's grabbing me, he's wrapping me up. We saw Hardenstein grab Stephen Castle by the hair, intentional or not, probably intentional. And there's already motivation there, and you don't want to exacerbate that problem.
And Rob, these highlights are going to be shown. When was the last time a player didn't want to give his own teammate praise?
Unprecedented, especially when you look at a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're all about building each other up. They're standing behind each other during every single post-game interview.
I'm so intimidated by what that guy can do in the other locker room. Yes, MVP. That I don't want to heart praise.
Biting his tongue, holding back his words.
I've never seen it.
He paused so long in that response.
It was more than a pregnant pause. It was, triple pregnancy pause.
It's respect.
Yeah.
But Wemby is different. I can't wait. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so excited for these playoffs.
Are you excited?
Oh, I'm a little bit.
This
A little
entire
bit.
series already, I wouldn't steer you wrong. The defending champs showed their championship pedigree with a win, and now they even the series 1-1. Thunder bench outscored the Spurs bench 57-25. That's crazy. Back-to-back MVP SGA led OKC in scoring 30 points on the night. But OKC did suffer injuries to Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell. Those will be evaluated a little bit. Here's SGA after the game.
Shai, after game one, you said we have got to.
First of all, if you could whatever update you got on Dylan, what happened to him, and why he could not return to the game.
I have not had an update. Just excuse me. Just know he went out when he took an awkward landing. I guess I don't even know if he fell, but that awkward landing, and I just heard he wasn't coming back. I haven't got an update yet.
It seems pretty obvious, but down Fox, then Harper's out. What kind of pressure does that put on the rest of your backcourt in a game like this?
A ton. Obviously this team is as good as anybody at turning you over. So when you're down some of your primary creators and initiators, it causes a little bit of an extra strain, whether that's who to play, what to run, et cetera, et cetera. And just have to be sharper in that area because it's tough, fully loaded against these guys. So we obviously 27 points off turnovers is not a winning formula.
Mitch, we hadn't talked to you since the announcement about Fox pregame. Is that a situation where it's like you said before the game? It's going to be the world you're living in now. But is that a situation where he could have played if you pushed him today, or I guess how serious is that injury?
Honestly, I he's just trying to play every day. It's a tough injury that he wouldn't be playing with in the regular season, so he's trying to tough it out, and he did that in Minnesota, and then had an awkward landing, and so he re-aggravated it, and we just got to make sure that he's in a place that he can be out there and compete to the level that he would need to in the game that we're playing.
And then I guess as a corollary to those two questions, Steph has been going through some turnover issues. What can you do to kind of address that?
We've addressed it and we'll continue to, just in terms of trying to help him with some of his reads, especially when he's tired, whether it's playing more off 2 feet or getting off the ball, earlier with the early pass and just letting the ball find the open man. They do such a great job of showing crowds in the paint having multiple bodies, and so it's not just Steph. He had too many turnovers, but our whole team did, and so we have to continue to not fight that moment of the game where they're going to make you pass the ball at times. I think that when he doesn't pass the ball earlier, he misses a teammate. It's out of him being competitive and trying to make a play and be aggressive, and there's a lot of things going on. And he's shown that, in the 2 years that he's been with us, he's a hell of a passer and a hell of a creator. And, we got to continue to help him as he's asked to guard on one end and then create that much, especially without Fox and then Harper. That's quite an output energy-wise. And so it's something that he'll be better at, and we'll be better for him to try to help him where we don't have to put maybe that much strain on him.
Mitch, you got guys on both sides already banged up, going down, leaving the floor. How much of this, after 2 games, do you feel like is going to be a war of attrition, just with the two teams, the way they play, and just how tight everything seems to be?
Yeah, it feels like that's always at this time of the season in every sport, right? You have to get to the end to give yourself a chance. And I think, again, that's why we have to continue to trust our depth, and guys have to step up, and when their name's called, answer the bell and be able to give us some quality minutes. And then as you do get tired and the physicality heightens and the intensity is ever so present, you got to execute. And so there's something there where there's a mental, a physical, and an emotional challenge, I guess you could say. And you have to be able to do that in the micro every possession, and then in the macro in terms of the totality of how you have a disposition and work a game for 48 minutes.
On that note, Coach, what did you see from Jordan tonight, the way that he was kind of thrown into the fire? You mentioned just giving good minutes and spurts wherever he can.
Yeah, Jordan's done that for us all year. He's done a great job of being ready when his name's called. Very smart basketball player, knows how to execute and give us toughness. And He was great for us tonight.